Hey, it's me, SB. Welcome back to my channel, and today I am continuing my vintage tatting series, and this is going to be video 3. And in this video, I am going to actually show you how to make the pattern that we did in video 1 and the update video in video 2. And it was the Clover Point Edge, and sorry if you see all this black stuff on my hand. I was doing some stamping, so that's why. Anyways, I had to mention that. Anyway, so what I did was I went through, did it again, found out exactly how to write it and how the pattern was, I guess, formulated or what have you. And what I did is I actually created a actual pattern that you can go and download, that it's going to be available in my Ko-Fi shop, and it's going to be available for free. But if you feel like you want to give me a little donation, you are more than welcome to. But like I said, it is free, and I will leave a link to it in the description below. And yeah, I think that's about it. So the pattern you'll get, it will look like this. I just printed it out, and it's going to have all the information about the original pattern and why I decided to do this. It's going to give you a materials list, the techniques used, and the abbreviations, where you can find the original pattern. And you will also get the needle tatting pattern that I created here. And I also took a scan of the little motif that I made, and it's a very high quality scan, so you can see all of the details. And if you get a little confused, you can look at the picture and get an idea of where you're working. Also kind of put here where you can attach the motifs, which you'll see in the video as well. But just in case you're just here to kind of get an idea of what the pattern is, this is what it is right here. So yeah, if you want to have this in paper form in front of you, go ahead and head to my Ko-Fi shop and download it. Like I said, it is free. Unless you want to give a small donation, you are more than welcome to do that. So let's go ahead and get started with the tutorial. Okay, so we are going to be working with the ball thread and the needle thread, and in order to do that, we're going to have to create a pretty long thread for our needle. And what I did for the second time is I did a full arms span. So you're going to like take your thread and just extend it the full length of your arms, expand it out, like just straight out. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So we're going to be working with a lot of thread, so you're going to want to work kind of slow and want to be mindful of all of the moves that you make. So we're going to be working on the ball thread for the first chain, and we are going to work 1 double stitch, picot, 6 double stitches. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to picot again. Okay, picot, and we should have 3 picots total. And now we are going to go ahead and close our chain. And remember, we have a lot of thread, so we are going to go slow. and try not to get any tangles. This is where shuttle tatting is kind of more convenient because all their thread is within the bobbin on the shuttle. And it would probably help if I was actually using tatting thread, like the nice pretty pearl thread. But I find it's really expensive for such a small amount. Alright, so let's just straighten out our chain just a little bit. And we want it to curl like that. Alright, and now we are going to go ahead and tie and turn. And if you have to, every once in a while, just untangle your thread, or not untangle it, but untwist it, because it will want to get twisted quite often. Now we are going to move on to our needle thread. And this beginning part's always a little hard to get started because you have this weird chain working here. And we are going to work a ring of 8 double stitches. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this one should be 8. And now we're going to join to the picot of our chain, to the very first picot, which you can barely see it, but it's right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Always forget to mention that you might need a crochet hook, but if you don't have one, it's not a big deal. You can use your needle as well. Alright, and now we are going to do 8 more double stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, let's go ahead and close our ring. And when you're working on the needle thread, you don't have to wrap it or anything because we are making true rings. And remember to go slow and just keep all of your thread all nice and untangled because it will want to twist up on itself. I can grab this and untwist it. Okay. Yeah, this project here is going to take some patience, and I would suggest that you do this like at a table or something, because if you're going to be sitting on the couch or something, it might just not work out as well. Okay, there we go. I'm going to untwist my thread because it got very twisted with that. Okay, so we're still going to be working with our needle thread, and after our first ring that we made, we are going to turn our work, and we are going to make another ring consisting of 5 double stitches. So that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. picot, 5 double stitches, 2, 3, 4, and 5, picot, 5 double stitches, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we are going to close our ring once again. Here we go. And now we are going to close our work again, and we're going to be working with the ball thread. So our ball thread was left behind on our chain, and it is right here. And we're just going to drape it across here. And now we are going to work 6 double stitches with our ball thread, and this is going to be a chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're going to go ahead and close our chain here, and somehow it got all twisted. Like I told you, this is a little fiddly at the beginning. Here we go. And we're going to go ahead and close our chain here, being sure that our thread is in the correct position. And everything will just kind of flip back into place where it needs to go. There we are. And there is our 6th chain. And this is the part that we're going to be working right here. And we are going to go ahead and turn our work and tie off our chain. Alright, and now we are going to switch back to our needle thread. So we're going to just kind of let our ball thread hang out. And now we're going to be working our clover leaves. And these are going to be 3 rings worked the same way. Our first ring is going to consist of 5 double stitches, 3, 4, 5, and we are going to join to the top of the last ring that we made, which is right here. And then we are going to work 3 double stitches. So that was half, that's 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to work a picot and 2 double stitches, picot, 2 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches, and then picot and 5 double stitches. Alright, and now we're going to close our ring. And we are not turning, so we're going to continue working on our needle thread. And remember, we're not turning. And we're going to work the exact same ring again. So it's going to be 5 double stitches. And we're we're going to attach to the first ring of our last, or sorry, the first picot of our last ring made. And then we're going to work 3 double stitches, picot, 2 double stitches, picot, 2 double stitches, sorry, I had to make sure, picot, 3 double stitches, picot, 5 double stitches. Alright, and now we're going to close our ring. Pull that thread. Tends to want to get tangled right in this area. That's what happened last time whenever I was working it. Okay. Just make sure we got a nice, pretty ring. And this is going to be our last ring of our clover. And it's going to be worked the same way. 5 double stitches. And we are going to attach it to our picot of our last ring that we made. Sometimes it does want to, because it's so close together. There we go. And we're going to work 3 double stitches, picot, 2 double stitches, picot, 2 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches, 5 double, sorry, picot, and then 5 double stitches, and we're going to close our ring. And after our last ring, we are going to turn our work. There we go. So let's go ahead and turn our work. And now we are going to be working on our ball thread. And we are going to be creating a chain of 6 double stitches. So we left our ball thread way down here, and our needle thread's going to be right here. So we're going to have to kind of move that to the front so it doesn't get trapped back there. And we're going to make 6 double stitches. Okay. And now we're going to pull through, and this is going to bring everything together. See that? It just brought everything together. Lovely. So we have our 6th chain. We are going to turn, and we're going to tie our chain off. There we go. Oops. So we turned our work, and now we're going to tie our chain off. With the needle thread, we are going to be working a ring. And this ring is going to consist of 5 double stitches, and we are going to join to the last picot of our previous ring, of the last ring made. So that's why we had to turn our work, because we're going to be joining to this picot here. So let's go ahead and pop that in there and join it. And now we're going to do 5 double stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, picot, and then 5 double stitches. And now we're going to close our ring and turn. Here we go. Ring is closed, and let's turn our work. And we are still going to be working with our needle thread, and we're going to be working a ring, which is going to consist of 8 double stitches, picot, 8 double stitches, alright, and now we're going to close our ring, and we are not turning after we close this ring. There we go. So remember, do not turn after this ring. And we're going to be working with our ball thread next, so make sure your needle thread is still in the front. And we are going to be making a chain, and this chain is going to consist of 6 double stitches, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we are going to join to our picot of our very first chain that we made on this motif. So it's going to be right here. So if you're looking at this one, it's right there. Okay, now that we've done that, we are going to make 6 double stitches. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 picot, and 6 double stitches, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And there we go. And now we are going to go ahead and pull through and complete our chain. And I'm just going to set this down here so that way I can get it roughly the same shape as our first one. And now we're going to attach it to this picot here. And all I do is I go through the back with my needle, pull through, and we're just going to knot it off. And I usually do 2 knots just to make sure that it's going to be secure. And we are done. Now all we got to do is cut our thread here. Make sure you leave it long enough so you can weave it in. And as you can see, that amount that I pulled off of my ball from my needle thread was plenty, with a little bit to spare. Okay, so here is the finished product. I hope that this video was informative and it helped you a little bit and it wasn't too confusing. I know I didn't show the joining of the motifs. It's simply because it was already too fiddly as it is, and joining is a little easier whenever you're just kind of doing it, you know, a little closer than what I am whenever I'm filming videos. I'm kind of far away because I'm trying to stay in frame, and usually I have it like up here to my face doing stuff. So anyways, I think you get the gist of it. You'll just join it at the picots at the end, and that's it. It was kind of a journey to get here, I guess, and I'm so glad that I did it because this is a super cute little motif, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you had a lot of fun making this like I did. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay crafty. Bye!